All right, lads, so just woke up, as you can probably tell, looking a bit disheveled, but this is going to tie perfectly into the video. I'm going to give you 3 quick steps that you should do every single morning upon waking. These are the first things that you should do when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything else, before you do any work, before you get into this kind of flow of the day. The first 3 things that I like to do, obviously you can kind of mix and match it a little bit. You can mold it to fit your routine perfectly. Maybe if you wake up and do work first thing in the morning, that's fine as well. But just make sure before you start getting into the day and socializing with people and, you know, just getting things done, if you do these 3 things first before anything else, your day will be the most optimal it can be. Your body, your mind will be in a perfect, abundant flow. So pay attention, let's find out what they are. But first, step 0, before we do any of these, first thing that you should do when you wake up in the morning is hydrate yourself, right? It's just got to be done. It's got to be done. I've got a nice little metal bottle here to avoid the BPA, plastic bottles. Obviously, it's still tap water. I haven't gone to the level of, what do they call it? Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is basically you are filtering out the shit in the tap water and you're just making it nice and pure and filtered. So I do recommend you get yourself a reverse osmosis machine to make sure you're not drinking shitty fluoride tap water. But until that point, you've got to do what you got to do. Try and minimize the risks of the tap water as much as possible. Obviously, it's not good for you. It's got fluoride in it. It lowers your testosterone. We all know the drill. But you want to make sure you're getting hydrated first thing in the morning. You want to make sure you're always pissing clear piss. I was going to say water, but you get what I'm saying. Now, in fact, well, my hand's still shaking. I did a bit of boxing yesterday. My wrist is fucked. You know when you proper go for them heavy shots? Jeez, wrist is still shaking now in the morning. It's mad. Regardless, so you're nice and hydrated. You're pissing clear. You've just woke up, okay? You've got a busy day ahead of you. You're probably an entrepreneur like myself, or you at least want to be. You want to be an entrepreneur. So the thing is with this lifestyle is you are your own boss. No one's sat there calling you to get to work. You know what I mean? No one's telling you what to do. You have to get up and do it yourself. And this is a blessing and a curse. It's absolutely a blessing because freedom. I've just woke up and I can do whatever I choose to do at any time I choose to do it. I don't have to record these videos right now. I could do it tonight. I could do it outside in the sunshine. It's sunny right now. There's literally no clouds in the sky. I can choose whatever I want to do. And that is such a beautiful way of living. Most people have to wake up. The alarm goes off at a time they don't really want to get up at. Okay, you got to commute to work, get on the tram with all the other depressed people on the phones like this. It's horrendous. And you spend all day just inside, away from the sun. No vitamin D. No wonder everyone's hair's falling out and they're depressed and they got fucking wrinkles already at 20 years old. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just horrible. So, problem with this is though, is you have to be your own boss. So you have to have the discipline needed to be able to get up and do the right things to set you up correctly for the rest of the day. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. You do not have to do these things I'm about to tell you, but if you do, they will improve your life significantly and they will also help you get into the most optimal state of energetic flow. Let's just put it that way, all right? It's a secret of the universe. You will be flowing for the rest of the day. Abundance will come towards you. Money will flow into your life. Women will flow into your life. Everything you want will flow a lot easier if you do these 3 things. Now, the first one is fasting. Okay, and the reason for this is because if you are in a hungry state, you are in a motivated state, right? If you've ate food first thing in the morning, because breakfast is so important, it's the most important meal of the day, it's just not. If you've ate food first thing in the morning, your body then thinks, well, we've already hunted for what we needed to get. We've achieved the prize of survival, right? We've hunted, we've got the animal, we're now eating it. That's what your body thinks, evolutionary, from a caveman perspective, okay? So you are not going to feel as motivated for the rest of the day if you've already hunted and got your food. The way that you keep, it's kind of like a hack. The way that you hack your brain, you hack your dopamine receptors to be motivated to do the things you need to do, i.e. work, recording videos or making money, etc. You do that through fasting. And if you tell yourself, I'm only allowed to have my breakfast, I'm only allowed to eat food once my work tasks are complete, then that's unlimited motivation just created from thin air. You've given yourself that motivation. It's not been, you know, achieved through a video or something like that on Instagram Reels. You've literally created that anywhere, anytime from thin air. Unlimited motivation. Now, not only is fasting just amazing for your health in every single possible way. I have cured skin conditions that only, you know, the doctors tell you need fucking creams to cure it and stuff like that. I've cured it through fasting, cold showers and sunlight. So live in this natural, healthy state like you're supposed to as a human being, not overindulging in food all day because, oh, I'm bulking. That is very, very bad for you. Not only are you not giving yourself a chance to actually rest because your body's spending time digesting food and is spending energy digesting food all day, so you're not actually having a chance to rest and repair the broken down muscle fibers, but also you're not healing, you're not rejuvenating yourself. When you go to sleep at night time, you're waking up the next morning, even though I've got 8 hours of sleep, I'm waking up tired still. Why is that? Well, because you're digesting food from the previous day. Your body's not resting while it's asleep, it's spending time and energy digesting food. So fasting is just incredible. Fast in the morning, first thing as you wake up, and do not eat food until you have achieved your most essential tasks, or at least just a bit of work, right? So I like to tell myself I'm allowed to eat some food when I've done at least one essential big task for the day, whether that's working out, whether that's recording the minimum YouTube videos that I've set for myself, whether that's going for a run in the sun, whether that's taking a coaching call. Once I've done some sort of work and I've kind of earned that food, then I can reward myself with the food, right? This keeps me motivated, allows me to get things done, and it also puts me in that hungry, motivated, and energetic state where my body is completely fasted, it's completely getting rid of the bad cells, healing itself, etc., etc., healing wounds a lot quicker. You are a young lad full of testosterone. You have Wolverine healing-like ability. You can heal like that so quickly. You can abuse yourself in the boxing gym the day before and wake up and just be completely fine. You know what I mean? It's that level of healing ability. Now, if you combine that with fasting as well, you are a machine. You're literally unstoppable. So do that first thing in the morning and do that before you go to sleep as well. No food before you go to sleep. I was tempted last night because I was working late on my video course and stuff like that. It was 1 in the morning or something like that. And I was tempted to just have a nice juicy steak before I went to sleep. I was hungry and I felt like just watching a bit of YouTube and eating a steak while I was, you know, getting ready to go to sleep. Which is quite ironic because YouTube just stimulates you, right? However, I decided no. Because if I do that, if I have this steak right now before I go to sleep, my body's just going to be spending energy digesting that steak overnight. It's not going to be healing itself. It's not going to be resting correctly. So instead, I decided not to eat. I went to sleep fasted. And now I wake up full of energy. I've literally just got out of bed when I'm recording this video and I'm already full of energy. I'm ready to go. Ready to attack the day. I'm feeling productive. I'm still fasted now. Haven't had my food yet. Like I said, I've literally just got out of fucking bed, put the camera here, straight there. All I did was wash my face and fill up my water bottle. That's it. Now I'm good to go. And the only reason is because I went to sleep fasted. So my body is healed, it's rejuvenated itself, it's rested fully, correctly, with no digested food. Now I'm good to go. So, second tip is exercise. Now, this can be exercise of any sort. This means cardio is probably the best thing to do because it just opens your lungs up. And also, heavy resistance training first thing in the morning is what I like to do as well. So, and when I mean heavy, I don't actually mean lifting heavy weights. I don't really recommend that first thing in the morning. You know, maybe get yourself a bit warmed up first. But I mean aggressive training to the point where you're training towards failure, you're training hard. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I mean by that. So the reason for this is because you are releasing endorphins in the body and you're releasing any negative emotions that are stuck there as well. What I like to do is if I ever feel angry, sometimes I wake up and I used to have night terrors when I was a kid, right? I've had a traumatic past, let's just say that, to say the least. A lot of trauma from 3 years old onwards, even earlier than that. Even when I was born, bro, I was traumatized. The way I was born was fucking traumatic. So I've had a very traumatic past. And I have a lot of night terrors because of that. And every now and then, still to this day, as a fully grown man, I still wake up and, you know, I still have that kind of fear inside me over some things that are just deep in my subconscious. Obviously, I'm working on them, but it's still there for the time being. So I wake up and sometimes just be in a negative emotional flow for no realistic reason. It was a dream or something like that. But I wake up angry, I wake up pissed off, I wake up in fear sometimes. And if you store these emotions in your body and you do not release them effectively, they are staying there. So you wonder why you're getting diseases just randomly. You wonder why you're aging quicker than everyone else. You wonder why your body isn't working the way it's supposed to. You wonder why you can't manifest, and I know it's cliche and cringy, you can't manifest the life that you want. You can't attract the energy that you want to attract. It's because your energy's blocked. You have to think about it like this, and I know it sounds a bit wishy-washy, but just trust me on this, and I'll put it in a logical sense in a second. If I'm angry and I have anger stored in my body, I'm walking around and I'm pissed off as I go about my day. This anger is stored. Let's just say it's here. It's where my chest is. It's around the solar, what's the word? Solar complex, solar. Correct me if anyone knows what I'm looking for. Solar plexus. This area of the chest, right? Just underneath your titties. Solar plexus, I think it's called. Regardless, the energy is stored here. The emotion is stored here. Anger. If I don't release it, it's staying here. So every time I take deep breaths, I'm trying to breathe this oxygen in. I'm trying to breathe my life force through my body. I'm not breathing correctly. I can't get that full breath in because my energy is blocked by anger. I'm pissed off. I'm in a state of fight or flight, right? So that not only means I'm not breathing correctly, which means my body isn't functioning the way it should. I'm not getting that life force of oxygen into my blood, into my veins, into my body, right? But also, I'm not able to attract the things that I want. I'm not able to live in abundance. I'm not able to attract the life and the energy and the people that I want into my life because my energy is blocked by negativity. You must be thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? How does this tie into exercise? The reason it ties into exercise is because exercise is a great way of releasing these negative emotions and then replacing them with endorphins and dopamine afterwards, okay? Your body and mind has a balancing system. So when you take a cold shower, the reason you feel so good afterwards is because you put yourself through some sort of pain. You've felt pain. The body has been in a state of pain while in the cold shower. So when you get out of that, your body and mind, then your brain technically, then balances out that pain with pleasure, with dopamine, which is why you feel good. And it's the same way when you watch porn and you've got such high levels of dopamine, this is why you feel shit afterwards, because your body is balancing out that dopamine with a state of pain. It's a mild level of pain, hence why you feel guilt. It doesn't feel nice emotionally. So if you have a negative emotion stored inside you and you don't feel good and you can feel it, I do not feel good right now. I feel angry, I feel pissed off, I feel emotional, whatever it may be. It's negative emotion. You have to use it. You have to release it. It's all energy. Just circulate it, breathe it, and then go put it into something productive. Whether that be your business or exercise. I highly recommend exercise because not only is it good for your health and your body and your heart, etc. Gets the blood pumping, opens your lungs up a little bit. But it's just the best way of just ramping things up and letting that energy out. So the second step, the best way to start your morning is through exercise. Go for a run. Get some daylight first thing in the morning. Go for a run around the park or something, or around your block or whatever you've got around you. Get some cardio in. Highly recommend cardio first thing in the morning. Get the lungs open so you can breathe correctly for the rest of the day. So when you do your work tasks, you're just performing much better. If I record videos, I perform and speak much better because I'm getting more oxygen to the brain after I've done cardio than before it. So right now, as I talk to you, I haven't gone for my run yet. I'm going to do it after the videos today. And again, be adaptable, be flexible with your routine. Don't always stick to the same thing. Change it up a little bit like I'm doing today. But I would perform a lot better if I've already gone for my run right now because my lungs are more open. I can breathe much more clearly. There's more oxygen going to the brain, therefore I can speak what it is that I want to speak a lot clearer to you without stuttering. You understand what I'm saying? Let's have a little hydration break. Can you see my hand's still shaking? I literally can't put it still. Mad sparring session yesterday. So, exercise number 2. Do that first thing or as soon as possible upon waking. And that doesn't have to be your full-on, gym workout for the day. Because I like to work out in the evening. I do my 1 to 2 hour workout in the evening with the boys at the actual gym. But I'll still get some form of exercise, mild exercise first thing in the morning. I usually get my run in the morning. I'll do some push-ups or something, just something light, just to get the blood flowing a little bit, wake myself up, get myself into that flow, you know what I mean? So the last one is absolutely non-negotiable, and I know a lot of people are very controversial about this because you've been brainwashed by the pharmaceutical companies and by, well, just everyone in general, to be honest, and they are trying to take your money. And that's daylight first thing in the morning, in particular sunlight, without sun cream. Now, when I say that, some people are going to be like, what? Without sun cream? Oh my God, skin cancer, skin cancer. They're going to start spazzing out in the comments. First of all, vitamin D and melanin is absolutely required in order to fight off bad cells, i.e. cancer cells in the body, okay? If you do not get vitamin D and melanin in your body, then you are more susceptible of those good cells turning bad, basically rotted cells, and then targeting themselves, which is cancer. So, I feel a little sniffly this morning, bro. When you get daylight, and especially in particular sunlight, you can tell. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why you need cardio first thing in the morning, because my brain is just, it's all over the place and I can't articulate myself as good as I normally would. So this is why, bro, I'm proving it. I'm not even going to delete this shit. I'm going to keep it going. I'm proving it why cardio is best first thing in the morning, because you need that oxygen flow. Right now, if I took a deep breath, I wouldn't be able to breathe as fully as I would if I've just done a run. So get your cardio in, that's perfect proof. However, if you get vitamin D from the sun, right, so you're getting the sunlight directly on your face and on your neck area, first thing in the morning, without any sun cream on, that is when your body is able to absorb the vitamin D and also produce melanin in the body, okay? These are two things that are absolutely amazing at fighting off cancer cells and reducing your risk of cancer, okay? Go and educate yourself correctly. Sun cream is good at very, very severe levels. So if I'm on holiday and it's 30 degrees and there's literally no shade, there's nowhere I can actually go out of the sun. I can't hide indoors or under a, you know, umbrella or whatever the fuck. I'm literally in the sun all day and I'm going to burn. Then yes, fair enough, use sun cream. But if you've just woke up first thing in the morning and you want to get some sunlight exposure and you're not really going to be in it too often, it's not that hot, it's just a little bit of sun like it is in the UK, you don't need fucking sun cream. I used to know a girl that I used to work with and she used to put sun cream on every single, even when it wasn't sunny. She used to walk outside with sun cream on when it wasn't sunny because, oh, skin cancer. She was absolutely paranoid of skin cancer. Guess what? This girl was very, very unhealthy. No disrespect to her. She was very, very pale. Okay, her bones were very, very unhealthy and weak and fragile. Nothing, her body wasn't functioning the way it could because she was never, ever getting any vitamin D, ever. Because sun cream stops you from absorbing the vitamin D. And it stops you from producing the melanin because the sun's not actually going on into your skin pores. It's not actually going onto your skin. It's being protected by the sun cream, right? So you need to stop putting that shit on your face when you go and get your sunlight. Unless you're in Thailand and it's 30 degrees and you're actually going to burn if you don't put any on. Fair enough, then put sun cream on. That's it. In your day-to-day life, normally, you can survive a lot without putting sun cream on. You can go out a lot in the sun without burning. You need to condition your body to do it. I used to go outside and burn all the time. My body is now conditioned. I don't burn anymore, just tanned, right? And also, I would recommend if it's cloudy, because in the UK, a lot of the time it is cloudy, but the sun, you know, rarely ever comes out. Today is an absolutely beautiful day. There's blue skies, no clouds in the sky. If you go out and the sun's actually shining on your skin, again, with no sun cream, if it's actually shining on your skin, you only need around 10 to 15 minutes of actual sun exposure to fully get your vitamin D for the whole day. Then you don't really have to go in the sun for the rest of the day if you don't want to. I like to stay in the sun as long as possible because I want to get a nice tan, I want to keep myself healthy. And it's just really, really good for you. Just being in the sun, being outdoors is where you're supposed to be. Being in nature. You got to think, bro, your ancestors were running around, and I'm talking fucking ages ago. Your ancestors were running around with no fucking clothes on. Just naked in the Sahara Desert and shit, do you know what I mean? Hunting saber-toothed tigers with spears in the sun all day. But they were conditioned to it. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, it's really, really good for you. Get yourself out there. 15 to 10 minutes if the sun is actually shining on your face. If it's cloudy, you can still get your vitamin D, but you've got to stay in there for 20 to 30 minutes instead. So it's a bit different, okay? Keep that in mind, and that's another thing that I recommend you do first thing in the morning or as soon as you wake up. ASAP is just get yourself some daylight exposure every single day. You want that melanin production, you want that vitamin D absorbed into your body as soon as possible, because it's just really, really good for you in so many different ways. Good for your teeth, good for your bones, good for your sexual performance, good for erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, good for your skin, hair, everything. So many things it's good for, okay? So just get out there and get some vitamin D without sun cream. Stop this sun cream bullshit. You're not going to get skin cancer. Believe me now. Educate yourself correctly and understand what actually causes skin cancer, okay? And then also educate yourself on what reduces skin cancer. And I'm not talking about buying things, because if it revolves anything like, oh, I've got to buy something in order to, you know, reduce it, then you're being scammed, you're being finessed. So stop that, okay? Your body has everything it needs to fight off bad cells, dis-ease, okay? Inflammation, etc., etc. Your body has everything that it needs. Again, fasting's a really, really good one. Combine fasting with vitamin D and melanin from the daylight exposure and cold showers alongside that, bro, you've mastered it. I literally had a skin condition called scabies, okay? Now, if you Google scabies, which I did at the time as well, and it's fucking horrible. It's like these clusters of bumps, clusters of scabby bumps on your skin. At first, I thought it was a mosquito bite, right? Because it starts off with just kind of like one, it was on my back at the time. I've got a picture of it. Starts off with just one little kind of like scabby bump. And then you itch it because it's a bit itchy. It's really fucking itchy. So you itch it, just thinking it's a mosquito bite or something, right? Just a bite. Yeah, that's what, whatever. I genuinely was convinced it was a bite at first. So I started itching it, you know, every now and then. I know you're not supposed to itch them, but, you know, you just catch yourself doing it sometimes, right? So you itch it. And then, yeah, you think nothing of it. Cool, it's just a bite. The thing is with scabies is it spreads. So if I touch it and then touch another part of my body, it spreads to that part of the body. It's fucking horrendous to try and get rid of, right? So I itch it. Naturally, I just, you know, whatever, I just touch another part of my body without realising it, okay? It would then spread to that part of the body. So I'm just thinking, because at the time when I got it, it was really sunny and I'd spend a lot of time recording videos outside with no top on. And I thought, yeah, I just got bit by something. You know, I just got bit by a mosquito or some shit. Cool, what is what it is, whatever. Deal with that, I'm used to it. Get them all the time. Didn't think anything of it. Until it started to really, really cluster up on my back to the point where it was just, it was one spot and then loads of other spots surrounded by it. It was just a cluster of scabby spots, itchy scab, like fucking, it was horrendous, almost sticky. They'd almost stick to my clothing as well because they were on my back, right? Oh, it was horrible. And I Googled how to cure it. You know, how do you get rid of scabies? Because it's fucking contagious and it's spreading all over my body and shit. It left scars as well. I've got scars on my, they're very, very, you can't really see them. I'm going to try and show it to you. This is such an unfiltered video, bro. Here, I don't know if you can really see it. That's a scabies scar. This one as well. Right there. It's another one. And on my back as well, you can see them. But they left scars afterwards. And it's very, very contagious. It spreads a lot. And it started getting really, really itchy. And I thought, right, this is clearly not a bite anymore by judging what it looks like as well. It's very scabby and just, oh, bro, it makes me traumatized thinking back to it. It's fucking horrible. But, yeah, I Googled it and they said, oh, you need to buy this cream. This is the only way. You can't cure it naturally. You need to buy the cream. You need to buy the cream. Now, I'm not completely closed-minded. I would have bought the cream if it was the only option. But I don't really... I like to try things first, okay? I have a very unconventional and almost controversial mindset when it comes to healing myself to things like this, all right? Now, I thought at first, okay, I'm going to try and do it naturally. Because let me identify what scabies actually is. And it's a condition, it's a skin condition, first and foremost, right? So it's not something that is, it shouldn't be permanent. You think about it logically, it's a skin condition, right? And skin conditions are usually just skin inflamed. There's something going on in your skin because it's trying to heal itself. So if I give my body the weapons that it needs to heal the skin as quickly as possible, then as a byproduct of that, I can get rid of the skin condition. That's kind of how my thought process. I shouldn't have to buy something in order to get rid of a skin condition. My body should have the capability of healing itself if I'm educated and I'm aware of how to do that. Right? Like I said, vitamin D, actual vitamin D with no sun cream on. Sunlight exposure. Okay, you can use heat as well. So hot showers are very, very good sometimes in killing parasites and whatever it may be. Because it's scabies, it's kind of like they're like mites almost. They're like little bug things that burrow under your skin and they spread. And that's why it's just fucking horrible. But you can kill them, right? And you don't need creams to kill it. Obviously, yes, the cream is the most effective way of doing it and it's the quickest, whatever. But I also thought, I don't want to be putting shit on my skin. And I like to just challenge myself and see if I can cure things naturally. As long as they're not life-threatening and I'm going to die in a week if I don't use it, then cool. But I thought, right, it's a skin condition. They're just mites that are burrowed under the skin. Surely my body should have the capabilities. If my body has the capability to heal a wound that's been gashed open and it can heal it by itself, just overnight almost, you know what I mean? If my body has the ability to heal fractures, with a bit of help, of course, surely it can heal and get rid of and kill and fight off something that's attacking my skin. Surely. Like, there's no way you would brainwash this much to think, oh, I've got to buy. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with this antidepressant shit. I'm depressed, so I'm going to buy antidepressants. I'm going to put pills in my mouth. It's just stupid. Like, what the fuck? have some self-belief in your own body. Your body is an amazing machine. It can heal itself with pretty much anything. Have some fucking belief in it. And I did. I had belief in it. I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not going to buy cream. I don't need creams. My body's got what it needs. If I'm healthy enough, my body has what it needs to heal this shit itself. So I didn't drink any alcohol. I barely ate any shit food. I was fasted for a very long time. I remember I was working a 9-to-5 job at the time. And it was a restaurant job, so they offered me food on shift. And I'd be like, nah, I'm all right, thank you. I'm fasting. And they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you've worked really hard? Are you sure? Nah, I'm okay, thank you. I was fasting for like 3 days straight, on and off. Until I healed it. I was combining that with vitamin D exposure, fasting and cold showers within, I can't remember how long it took me now, but within maybe just over a week of doing this, of actually doing this tactic, it was gone. Gone. Forever. And I don't have it anymore. It's just left a couple of scars. Maybe it wouldn't leave scars if I used the creams. I don't know how it works, but it did. You know what? I'm kind of glad it did, because it's kind of a reflection of how powerful my body really is. It's done that by itself. It's healed it by itself with no creams. You have to educate yourself on biohacking and how powerful your body is if you can optimize it correctly. If you know what you're doing and you know what true health is, to the point where you're not drinking tap water that has fluoride in it, you're not putting sun cream on that's reducing your vitamin D exposure, you truly educate yourself on what actual health is. Because most people think it's just going to the gym and drinking loads of water and that's, hey, I'm healthy eating salad. That's not health. Because everything around you is toxic. Everything around you is poison to your body. And if you know how to educate yourself correctly, and you know what fasting is, you know how to sleep correctly, you know what quality sleep is, you know what cold does to the body and how it reduces inflammation. If you know this correctly, I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but I'm passionate about this shit, bro, because too many times, again, acne is another one. I hate people saying acne. This is such a rant. This is such a random side tangent, man. I'm going to keep going because it's kind of relevant to the video. People say about acne all the time and they're like, oh, I need moisturizer. I need this skin cream. I need to take antibiotics to get rid of it. I need this certain fucking whatever. I need to buy something to get rid of this skin condition. What is acne? Just look at it for what it is. It's your skin healing itself. If you let it, if you will stop being so insecure for a minute and just let your skin heal, it's a spot, right? That's what it is. A spot is your body's way of healing itself. You've done something wrong, whether it's a hormonal imbalance, whether you're drinking too much alcohol, whether you're not sleeping correctly, whether you're not getting enough daylight and you're too pale because you never go outside, whether you're wanking too much and you're fucking up your testosterone. Your gut health is bad. There's so many ways, so many things that could be causing your skin condition, which is acne. That doesn't mean you need moisturizer all the time because, hey, it helps temporarily. Fuck that shit. Your body has what it needs to heal itself if you were educated enough on what health actually is. I can educate you with the coaching down below, okay? If you really are serious about your self-improvement and your health as a man, and you want to get to that next level of learning this kind of shit where you don't need to be a consumer, you don't need to buy the cream because everyone else says that, oh, you can only cure scabies with the cream. I did it myself naturally, bruv. So get yourself out there and learn, educate yourself correctly, because it's not as wishy-washy as you think it is. I know some people are going to watch this and think, oh, you're just crazy, you're just deluded, like you're just stupid. You had something else, you didn't have scabies, you had something else. Trust me, bro, Google scabies, look at the image that I've took of when I had scabies on my fucking back. It's the only image that is completely the same. Everything else is a little bit different. There's a bit of a rash here, it's a bit different there. I had fucking scabies, bro. And I also cured it naturally, which you can do the same thing. So just understand health a little bit better. It's very, very paramount, and it will serve you greatly in all areas of your life. Just having that belief of like, yeah, I'm in complete control of myself. I can fucking do this. Trust me, the belief side of it is the most important. My mum came in and was like, fucking hell, it's gone. Like, genuinely, how did you do that? She was genuinely shocked by it. I was just joking. I was like, I just fasted in it, just cold showers in it. I was just jokingly saying it at first. But she was like, no, no, please tell me, like, how have you done that? It's crazy. And then I told her, no, literally, I was just fasted for 3 days straight. Didn't eat any food for 3 days. I only drank water. Plenty of sunlight and cold showers. And it just, how can your, what you must understand, right, is the mites that are burrowing under your skin feed off of bad cells in your body, right? If you are not feeding them with bad cells because you're fasting, when you fast, you get to a point of, I forgot the name of it. Ah, fuck, what's it called, bro? Google it. After 72 hours of fasting, there is a process that your body goes into where it basically kills its own bad cells. It eats its own bad cells to keep itself fueled, okay? So when your body does that, the mites or the bugs, whatever the fuck the scabies are underneath your skin, whatever it is, even if it's not mites / parasites, even if it's just a skin condition, they have nothing to feed off of because your body is basically eating its own bad cells because you've been fasted for so long and it needs fuel. So it starts to eat itself almost, right? This is very, very clever because it starts to eat the bad cells. So the parasites have nothing to feed off of. Therefore, they die eventually. So fasting alone is oftentimes the cure for this kind of shit. Then if you combine that with breath work, again, you can control your nervous system through certain levels of breath work, certain amounts of oxygen in, combined with certain amounts of oxygen out. You can control and modify your nervous system. You can literally trigger fight or flight, which also sometimes accelerates the process of getting rid of this disease and shit like that. It's very, very clever stuff. Combine that with cold showers, reducing inflammation, which helps as well. Daylight, vitamin D. Bro, this is some next level shit, and I'll teach you how to do it with the coaching down below. That's enough ranting from me. This is a 30-minute rant about health and about biohacking first thing in the morning. But I think it's a good way to start the day because it got me into a bit of a speaking flow. And I hope you've learned at least one thing from this, then I've done my job. If you've taken at least one thing from this and you've watched this far of the video, you're a real fucking G. Comment the word rapid down below. And I'm watching. I know who the real G's are. I know who the OGs are. I know the ones that stay till the end, that put me on in the background and listen to me while they're in the gym. I'm watching you. I know who you are. One day when I hit 1 million, you will be rewarded. Trust me. I'm a generous guy. All right? Look after yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.